Well, hello, friends. Real quick before we kick off the episode, I have to let you know about something exciting. I am seriously considering having an upgraded version of this podcast where you get bonus episodes and exclusive content. But here's the deal, I'm trying to decide what that content and those episodes should be. I do have some ideas, and I was wondering if you could vote really quick and tell me what you think about what would entice you, what would be interesting to you to get as bonus episodes on this podcast. For example, deeper dives into topics. Maybe I'm answering questions that many of you ask about starting or growing a business. Maybe even overhearing coaching calls, something like this. It would be a paid, upgraded version of this podcast, not very expensive at all, probably just a handful of dollars a month, but it be extra content for you to help you along your journey. My whole goal is to help you build your business dream. And I would love to offer you even more because some of you are asking for it. So if you could just look down in the show notes right now, there's two ways you can give me your answers. Number one, I have a Google form with 5 quick questions. It can be anonymous. You just answer them and vote on what would be interesting to you. Or number two, I have a voice memo system. You can just click it and you could just leave a voice memo with your phone right now and just record it and tell me what kind of topics, what things would be interesting to you behind the scenes, market news. What would be things that would be extra that would be really valuable to you? So thank you all so much. Okay, on to the episode.
Well, hello, this is Kimberly Brock, and for over 20 years, I've been running my own businesses that have not only been profitable, but personally fulfilling to me. So now I'm on a mission to help other new business owners just like you make money doing what you love too. Now we're going to have some fun, so let's get started.
Well, hello, this is Kimberly. It's episode 204, and I am so glad that you are here today because we are talking about leads, what leads are, in case you haven't heard that term before, what leads are and why they are the lifeblood of your new business. They are so important. We're going to talk about it today. If you are new here, welcome. I'm so glad that you found this podcast, whether you are starting or even planning your new business, or you've just opened and you're starting to grow. Welcome. You are in the right place, and I'm so happy to have you. I want to make sure, first of all, that you get plugged in because I have some free resources for you. So if you haven't gotten your business open yet, okay, you need to grab my free resources. If you scroll down in the show notes right now, I have a link to a free Facebook group for women who are starting businesses. You don't want to miss out on that. That's a great way to have community and help and ask all those silly questions that you want to ask about starting a business. Also have a free 16-step checklist for starting your business and all that good stuff. And if you're even in the idea stage right now, you're like, I want to start a business, but I don't know which one I'm really meant to start, I have a guide for you as well. So y'all don't miss out on all the freebies. They're down below, so make sure you get those in the show notes. And I'm so glad that you are here. And if you've been listening a while, thank you all so much. If you have your business open already, then congratulations. I'm so excited for you. You did it. But I'm sure now you're sitting here going, oh my gosh, I need to figure out how to grow it, how to get consistent sales. Well, you are in the right place. Make sure you also scroll down in the show notes because I've got a free training for how you can get to consistent sales, and it's going to be for you. And there's going to be a link in the show notes. So make sure you check that out. I'm a little premature sharing it right now in this episode, but I want to make sure that at least you can get your email on there. And when I release it, you will get the free training. So make sure you do that now because you don't want to miss out on it. I'm sure you'd love to know the formula for getting consistent sales, right? Am I right? You want the formula. I'm going to give it to you. So make sure, again, that you scroll down in the show notes. So thank you all so much for being such loyal listeners. I hope you continue to get so much out of this podcast. I'm just so honored to be here with you and helping you make money doing what you love and helping you actually get serious about this business. Because I know so many of you are so excited and maybe you've never been in business before and you're a little timid, you're a little scared, you're a little nervous, all those great things. But you have to know that if you're going to do this, instead of having another hobby, you're going to have a business. And in order to do that, you're going to have to take it seriously. And that's what I want to help you do. So anyways, check out everything below and we will get on to the episode. Well, hello, friends. How are you? What has been going on with your business? I'm dying to hear. I need the updates. I need all the scoop. I need to know what's been good, what's been hard, what's been frustrating, what's been amazing, all those things. Make sure y'all are posting in the weekly posts in our Women Starting Businesses Facebook group, because I do have some fun weekly posts just to stir up some conversation and get you thinking, and also get you appreciating how far you've come, appreciating the good things in your life, and to keep you motivated to keep doing this, because I'm telling you, building your own successful business is one of the most amazing things you will ever do in your life. I'm speaking from personal experience. My businesses have meant the world to me, and I know yours have meant the world to you too. And if you haven't even opened yet, I'm sure this journey has already been really enlightening and awesome. Today, we're talking about leads and why they are the lifeblood of your business. And some of you may be new here going, what are you talking about? What are leads? I don't even know what you're talking about. Well, if you're new to business, maybe you had some other kind of occupation, a nurse, a teacher, engineer, whatever you've been, right? And you've never really heard the term leads, or you've never been in sales. Well, leads are people that could potentially buy. They are actually interested in your stuff. So just think about that for a minute. A lead is someone who has shown interest in what you offer and legit could end up buying, okay? A lead is not someone that you simply just told about your business that would never want to buy what you offer, okay? Would never want to buy it. It's like me. I always talk about this because I think it's a good example. Like if someone was telling me about how to do a keto diet, I will never buy anything for a keto diet, not because I don't like it, because my body can't handle it. I have to have carbohydrates. So some people don't understand that. They don't understand why. I just have a low blood sugar a lot. So I have to, not dangerously low, I just have to eat carbohydrates or I can't physically function. So anyways, my point is, no matter how much someone tells me about their awesome keto meals or keto meal planning, I'm not going to buy, okay? Now, caveat, let's not get too nitty gritty. I could end up buying for someone I know, but let's just, for sake of this example, that I'm not going to buy. So I'm not a lead for you. If you are trying to sell me your keto stuff, I am not a lead for you. So with that, I'm not a lead. And so you need to identify who actually are leads. Okay. And you'll know in Grow Getters, this is like the whole crux of what we do. This is everything. We talk about how you attract your right people and the words you use and the offering and the pricing that you offer and all this stuff to attract your right people, right? So that you actually have leads there waiting that you can nurture, that you can hopefully convert to sales. Not everyone will buy. Everyone listen right now. Not everyone will buy your stuff, okay? That's just not how it works. So you have to have leads, okay? So let's just say you are some type of consultant, and for every 10 people that come to you and actually want like a free consultation before they buy, let's say for every 10 that do that, let's say 6 buy. So you have a 60% conversion rate, right? 6 out of 10 buy, but you had 10 leads. You had 10 leads and 6 people buy. Okay. So maybe that's your ratio. Now, if you're an online seller of some sort, online course, digital products, y'all, a lot of those conversions are like 1 or 2%. Oh yes. So you have to have a lot of leads. You have to have a ton of leads. But like if you're a coach or a consultant, or you have some kind of high ticket offer or a high end offer, you may not need that many leads. So leads are different for everybody's business, like how many you need based on how many sales you need to make the income that you want. Okay. And you kind of back into it in Grow Getters. We do this, right? So when you come in Grow Getters, you're going to learn this whole process. But I want to talk to you about these leads and how crucial it is that you have them coming in, because here is the problem that I see with a lot of new business owners. Y'all get open, you get all excited. It's amazing. You get sales, and then you kind of sit back, rest on your laurels. You're like, oh my gosh, my business is open. This is amazing. Everybody's going to come. And then they start hearing crickets. People don't always come. You have to actively bring in leads. And how do we do that? We do that by showing up, being visible where our people are, so that we can start attracting people. And it's a whole formula that I teach in Grow Getters, but that is what you're doing. You're attracting people, and then people who raise their hand to come forward with you to maybe get a free quote, a free sample, a free download, get in your Facebook group, get on your email list, whatever it is. Those are leads, because they wouldn't be doing that if they weren't interested. It's just like for this business that I have here, y'all. Okay, come on. I have a Facebook group called Women Starting Businesses Doing What We Love. The men are not getting in the group, so they are not coming in. So I do not have a lead from a man in that group because they're not coming in. They already know the name of it. I'm speaking to a certain group of people. I have a 16-step checklist for starting your business. It's a downloadable one-pager. It's an awesome, handy checklist. People sign up for that because they're either thinking about starting a business or in the process of starting their business. Nobody else is downloading that. Okay. So those are leads. Those of you that have gotten in my Facebook group or gotten my 16-step checklist or gotten my Ikigai guide, which is that guide that helps you figure out what type of business you are meant to start. Y'all are a lead. Y'all are a lead when you give me your email. And that's what I'm doing. I'm building leads going, okay, how many people have I actually attracted that are interested? And those are my leads. And then I start comparing that to my number of sales, and I can kind of start getting my conversion rates, and I can back into how many leads I need to get to make the amount of money that I want to make, right? And everyone's definition of success and the amount of money that they want to make is different. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you, because you need to make 25K or 50K or 75K or 100K or 200K or whatever, because it's different for everyone. Like when I started my businesses years ago, I was praying for $500 a month. I thought that was the greatest thing ever. If I could net $500 a month, I thought that was amazing, right? And then it got where I'm like, okay, I need to be making $3,000 a month. And then I started doing that. And then it was $5,000 a month, and then on and on and on. So you see what I'm saying? Like everyone's definition of the amount of money is dependent on your type of business, the season of your life, if you've got a full-time job, part-time job too, like all these things are going on, right? Some of you have quit your full-time job to start your business. So the pressure is on and you have to make a certain amount. So leads are extremely important for you because you have to have people surrounding you in your circle that are excited about what you offer, that are at least interested, so that you can convert some of them to sales. Today, I wanted to give you 3 reasons why these leads are so important, and specifically consistent leads. You should be gathering new leads all the time because they are the lifeblood of your business. Reason number 1, because it gives you revenue now. If you've got people that are leads, we also say it's your pipeline. If you've been in sales, you've heard this term pipeline. And the pipeline is just the backlog of people that have been leads that are going to eventually buy. And when you have people in your pipeline, you can start seeing the rate with which they convert to sales, right? So if you want sales coming in today, you've got to have a pipeline that you created yesterday and the day before and the day before and the day before and the week before. You've got to have a pipeline. Some people will buy immediately when they come to your site. Some people do that with mine. They'll download the 16-step checklist and then boom, they get the mini business plan workshop or something else, right? People buy immediately. Some people buy, but that's just a portion. Then there's a lot of people like you that may need to get nurtured for a while, and you're here for a while. And then when the time comes, you're ready because you've heard me talk about Grow Getters or any of my other programs, right? So it is super important for your business so that it can bring you revenue today. You have to be getting leads because you could get sales today. Possibly if you're online, you show up, or if you're in person somewhere, you could get a sale today from a lead that either came in today or came in previously. Okay. So that's the number 1 reason why you need leads. The second reason is so that you can have fun focusing on nurturing those leads. That means leading them to the sale versus always trying to chase random people and randomly get a sale. Like, don't you hate that feeling of not knowing where your next sale is coming from? I mean, I pretty much know where my sales are coming from because I'm tracking leads, I'm tracking conversions, and then some people will buy right away that are new, that'll come to my site tomorrow and they'll buy it. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that was coming. That's amazing, right? But otherwise, I have a pipeline of people and I can start doing the math to see how many orders will come in each month, right? So It helps you though to focus on nurturing those people because they've already raised their hand that they are interested in what you offer, which is amazing. And so now you're nurturing them and helping them see what your product, service, coaching program, whatever can do for them and how it can better their life, right? So you're leading them to the sale. You're creating desire for your stuff so that they eventually buy. So that's the second reason, because you can focus on nurturing and not so much chasing every rabbit and trying to chase every random person and keeping your fingers crossed for another sale. You know where your sales are coming from. Okay. So let's review and then we'll go to number 3. The first reason that getting consistent leads is so crucial to the success of your business is so that you have revenue coming in today. The second reason is so that you can focus on nurturing the people that have already raised their hand and help convert them into buyers, right? To get sales. And the third reason why getting consistent leads is the lifeblood of your business is that it creates a foundation for sales in the future, for longevity of your business, to have that pipeline coming through, because the people that you get today that don't buy are still in your circle and you get to now nurture them. And maybe in a month or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, they will buy. It's so funny because one of my Grow Getters and one of my binge-worthy boot campers, that's my program where I help you start your podcast for your business. Her name's Brittany. She was actually in the podcast a couple episodes ago about her cheese business. Oh my gosh, did y'all hear her podcast? It was so good. I loved that episode so much. It's like one of my all-time favorites. And she talked about how she started her podcast about cheese called Curd is the Word. And she's starting her business. She hosts events helping people create charcuterie boards, and they're like fun events with wine and all the stuff. Anyways, she had been in my circle, I think she said for like 2.5, 3 years before she bought. So my point to y'all is this is why you nurture. This is why you keep sending emails or whatever you're doing to nurture your people, because eventually they may buy. Just because they don't buy today or tomorrow or next month or next year, it may actually be 2 or 3 years, and that's okay. Now, she's an extreme example. I would say most of my clients buy within a year. I would have to look at the exact numbers for right now, but usually it's some months. Usually it's a few months. They're here, they're listening, and then boom, right? And my goal is to keep getting that shorter and shorter, right? So that's up to me and that's up to you with your business, right? But you getting leads today sets the foundation for sales in the future. That's why you generating leads is so important. That is why I created a whole program called Grow Getters around that, because I saw that a lot of new business owners like you weren't generating leads. Y'all aren't doing that. Y'all are sitting back, relaxing, putting your hands behind your head and kicked back in your chair and like, yes, my business is open. This is amazing. I did it. Y'all, you are only partway there. You have to grow this business. You have to actively participate in telling people and doing marketing and doing things to keep the word out and to keep nurturing leads and to keep showing up and to keep doing all these things so that you convert people to sales, whether it be today, tomorrow, or in a year or 2 years, right? You generating leads is crucial to your business. So please don't ever forget that you have to be doing this. And you're going to hear me talk about this more and more because I'm now seeing what a huge problem this is. And my focus even on this podcast is about how to grow your business, how to generate leads, and how to keep consistently bringing in sales. Because I know that the people that end up having businesses that aren't making money are the ones that aren't actively generating leads. And that's the truth. They're not generating leads. They're either sitting back and doing nothing, just crossing their fingers, or they're kind of telling people, but they're not really good at what they're saying. They're fumbling over words. They don't know how to share the value. They're not showing up consistently. They're just like randomly doing stuff. Basically, they're randomly saying stuff to random people at random times. And so guess what they get? Random sales. And I know you don't want that. You want consistent sales so that you can have steady income, right? I'm sure you all want steady income, whether you're just doing this part-time, whether you're doing this on the weekends, whether you're doing this half of the week, half of every day, or the whole week. This is your full-time job. You want a steady stream of income. Am I right? But you have to know, and at least now you know after today, right? After you listen to this, you realize that holy cow, you better have a system that is generating you leads. Because if you don't, where is your next sale coming from? Do you know? If you're not generating leads, let's just say you're one of those people and you sit back and you're like, okay, business, grow. I'm just going to manifest this, that it's going to grow and I'm not going to do anything. And I'm not against manifesting. Nobody take it that way. I'm just saying action has to be there for you to be able to manifest something. Like, you can't just sit there and say $1 million appear. Like, you've got to be taking action, and it has to be smart action. But if you are struggling, not knowing where your next sale is coming from, or maybe you just opened and you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't even realize this. Like, I'm not building leads. Like, I'm not doing anything. How do I do this? Make sure you check out Grow Getters right now. And as I said, I may have a training on there by the time you look at this. Make sure you put your email in, because I want you to know the formula for getting consistent sales. I don't want you going through this blind. I don't want you like those struggling owners that I've seen that literally, y'all, literally, it breaks my heart. I'm not kidding. Breaks my heart so badly, because I know they worked so hard and took so much time and money and energy, and they had to dig within themselves to gain the courage to start this business. And then they do it. It's amazing. They have amazing products and services. They get it open and they don't realize they have to be generating leads. They don't realize it, y'all. They don't. And if that's you today, I'm so glad you heard this episode. I really am, because this could save your business. And I'm not even joking. This one episode, if you never heard the word leads and you never realized that you needed to have a pipeline of leads, or that you needed to have interested people floating around you at all times, you need to have you're in the middle and there's like an orbit. There's an orbit. Imagine like the orbit, the gravitational pull. You're in the middle and you're kind of the gravity pulling in, and there's people floating around. And some people will just hang out for years and years, like Brittany that I mentioned. Some people will just come in to Earth, planet Earth, which is you in the middle, right away. But you have to have that going on. Otherwise, you're just like a star out in the outer space, like a falling star, and you're just going and you're just random and I don't know what's happening. Okay? So please, everyone, take this episode to heart today. Know that you have to be generating leads. And again, if you don't know how and you don't have a system for consistent sales set up in your business, or even know what that is, make sure you check out Grow Getters, because I don't want this happening to you. I want you to have a pipeline. I am so excited for you to be having sales come in today, tomorrow, the next day, in 2 years and 3 years, so that you can keep doing this, keep running this fabulous business, doing what you love for years to come. I want you set up for years of success. I don't want this to be just as like 1 year that you tried to start a business and it pooped out. Like, I want this to be like, you get to keep doing this and you get to do it your way, y'all. I'm never pressuring you to be like, you need to make 100K in 2 months and you need to make 200K in 4 months. Like, that's not what this is. This is you setting goals for yourself to make the money that you need to feel successful and to have the income that you've been wanting with this, right? But you got to do it right. I'm here to help you take it seriously. Take this seriously, even if you're just wanting to make $500 a month. You take it seriously. If you want $5,000 a month, I pretty much know you're going to take this seriously. If you need $10,000 a month, I know that you're taking this seriously. If you want to make $20,000 a month, I know that you're taking this seriously, okay? This is your time to make sure you're giving this dream due diligence and do this, okay? Okay. So that's it. Y'all are awesome. You know I love all of you. I hope y'all didn't think this was too harsh of a talk today, but I hope it was a wake-up call for those of you who didn't even know what leads were or that you need them, because you do. They're crucial. They're the lifeblood of your business. So that's it. Again, check out Grow Getters down below. I may have the consistent sales training to teach you that whole formula available by the time this airs. I'm trying to get it together, but at least get on the wait list so that you'll be the first to get it right when I release it. Okay, that's it. Y'all have a great day. Bye now.
Now, this episode may be over, but our relationship does not have to end here. Head on over to KimberlyBrock.com, and yes, you can get more valuable information for your journey. And you know what? You don't need to go through this alone. I would love to help you. Thank you so much and have a great day. Bye.